welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Age of Empires 2. We're doing another cast of a game I played. Soonish, we will be doing a cast of a game I have not played. But I'm up here in the orange as the Poles. My opponent down here in the green is playing the Lithuanians. And I'll be up front. Made this video because I've been tower rushing with the Poles because I can. It goes reasonably well, and I've been trying to learn Arabia more, just to have something I can use if I pull Arabia, so I'm not just dying because I'm not very good with some of the other civs. But I'm gonna go for stone early, and then I'm gonna try to, get some bills out to tower rush our friend down here. I do not remember what my opponent goes for, but looks like he's doing a pretty standard opening. I don't know why he's doing... How much can he... Oh, he can't even see his tree line. Oh, so that's why he's cutting close ones. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I guess he could have sent it over here, or he may be skipping the lumber camp. I'm just pretty standard looking for my sheep. There's some sheep here I haven't found. Obviously I can see one boar, and then there's the second boar. But I missed my sheep, which is not great. That's really not a good thing to be happening, especially when you're not very good at a game like me. You really need all the food you can get. But we'll get to see whether we get the good boar pull. I really can't remember. I got 4 on wood, 6 on sheep, pretty standard. I'm just trying to get to the next stage as quickly as possible, preferably at around 20 to 21 pop, so I can get a decent amount on stone, because I personally tend to get pretty heavy on the tower rush. Looks like my opponent here still has not built... Pulling his boar with only 1 on wood. Maybe going for a really fast feudal? And gets his boar. Decent amount of vision of the map. Just random 2 sheep over there. I still have not found my sheep. I got 4 on the lumber camp, and I do believe this bad boy is about to... Oh, already got 1 boar. I missed my boar pull. Oh well. Got the mill going down. Sorry, full work, since the pulls have the full work, so you can receive a certain percentage of food from your farm when you build them. It's one of their eco bonuses, so you kind of have to play into it. It's always a good time. Can really save you by throwing an emergency one down. But it looks like oh, does he see me though? Yep, and he will spot my, yep, there's my full work. He sees my food. I still haven't found him. I don't know why. I kind of cut through the middle because I'm trying to find a good path through the opponent. I did use Town Bell to try to see if he'd let his scout just sit, which he has not. Which is good on him. He did steal 1 of my sheep. Not that that's really gonna... He didn't move it though. He did grab these 2, which I don't know if I ever found these. So I wonder if he's actually gonna hide these. But it doesn't look like he's gonna move any of them because this one's still sitting here, and I'm pretty sure I get this one back. Opponent's on mill. 16 on food. That is a lot on food. For only having 1 on wood. But he's got a really good vill lead, up 2 vills. And I did find him. Throwing a lumber camp down finally, but it's good placement. All he really has to do is throw a house down here, and it just kind of blocks this off and allows him to wall up the sides. He always moved these 2 sheep. So we recognize that, and then I'm pretty... Yeah, the other sheep he had was right here. I snagged it with a villager. Almost finished my boar. He can go up, but he hasn't. Oh, he just clicked up, and I believe I should be clicking up pretty fast behind this. I'm most likely waiting for Loom. Unless that's already popped. Yeah, Loom. Just because you never know. Getting to the next stage is great. Getting scout rushed and dying because all your vills don't have Loom, even better. Which is why I avoid it. I don't like happy things. Oh, you got the gate coming down. This is a good wall here. Ideally, you're going to want some houses on the outside just to help close the gap up. So when you start taking this gold, you can defend it. Maybe you can see. I got this really big open space, and I see most of my area, and I really don't have a whole lot. Like my opponent's got much closer trees, and very easy. Like you just wall to here, and then wall to here and here. You're fully enclosed, and you got this decent amount of area. And since I am doing a tower rush, I drop my barracks as soon as I start doing feudal age, and ideally I want to get about 4 militia. Now, with the way I play, I tend to only can be able to afford 3 or so before I have to push, because I want to be on the way before feudal. Now, ideally, I should be here already. Like, if you want to successfully do a tower rush, you want to have your vills where they need to be as feudal finishes, so that you can just drop the tower. And I got my scout just double checking because I was late. Got 3 militia. I believe with the fourth on the way. I don't know why I clicked. It's up at the top. I should really use the UI. But opponent, decent wall. Got some houses to help just make sure nothing's coming through here. Got his barracks coming in with a blacksmith, walling off with his mill, which is pretty good. And then obviously just a house, because houses make the best walls. But it's a little too. I'm already in. I know that there's something here. So, and then I see the lumber camp. And while I'm behind this, I ain't doing nothing. I'm not producing bills. Like, I should really be paying attention to this, but I'm just not. And then throwing the first tower right here. A better placement would have been like back behind this tree line, so I could hit the villagers better. But hindsight's 20/20. This is a little too far. I guess my thought process was if they push through the gate, I'm going to be able to do something about it. And they do get a tower up first, which is not the best. But and then I got man-at-arms, because if you're gonna do the tower rush, you might as well get man-at-arms, because chances are they're gonna get man-at-arms if you're not doing scouts to push you back out. I'm gonna build the second tower. I've got more vills on the way. He's got a pretty hefty, about to be 6 vill lead on me. A couple of pikemen, and he's got militia on the way. And then yep, he's got. But before then, he's gonna get his man-at-arms upgrade. If he had a better wood economy, he could have just built another barracks, which is probably what I would recommend. Now, obviously, you can pull the vills to kill the first tower, but if they're already, like, especially when your opponent is hard towering like this, like, they're really committing to this push. Build a barrack, like, build an extra barracks, and getting just infantry to push out the vills, and then slowly, because the towers can't shoot down, so if you push the towers and there's nothing to defend them, it's a much better chance for you than just kind of sitting there. And my man-at-arms just sitting here. I should really defend this tower, but I'm not. You know, I'm busy. I'm back here building villagers, getting some farms down. Not building anything else of importance, really, which is kind of the problem. Like, I got my blacksmith and I got my market, because you just need those, but I don't have nearly enough farms in there. I did get horse collar because I knew that was going to be a problem. And then I'm just dropping towers. That's the plan here, I ain't gonna lie. If we get to the point where we hit Imp, I can usually build a decent economy behind this. I mean, it's not looking too great. Like, I got an okay amount of farms to at least keep my bill pop up. A lot of wood coming in, and a little bit of stone. I should really be putting more into gold at this point. Because these towers aren't going to work. Like, I need something to back these towers up, and everything good is going to come from gold at this point. Like, I could go scouts, but if he masses pikemen, it's going to be a problem. When my scout dies, which is sad. You really never want to see that. But Eco KD, I'm 2-0 on the Eco KD, and then just another tower. Because he hasn't responded. Like, he's just like, yeah, he counter towered the first tower, but he's not done. Like, I built 3 more towers, and yes, he's moved his wood line, which is smart. This is a very good play. Just leave the area. But he's not really, like, he's got 6 pikemen, but I'm not producing anything that the pikemen are really going to be able to deal with. Like, yeah, they can kind of push the tower, but until you deal with my 4 men-at-arms, you're not really going to be effectively pushing it. And I did get fletching. Now, I know that, like, I'm not producing any ranged units, but they help the towers, which is always a good thing. Like, if you're going to commit to the tower push, grab fletching. Because that little bit of extra range is always a good thing. You can never go wrong with more range when it comes to that. Now, we're both able to go up, but we don't have the resources. Still only got, like, 8 farms? Yeah, 8 farms. Just in case, like, that one random villager was somewhere. Like, I do that sometimes. But, shooting the town center with the tower, you know, great, and we build another tower. Still have the same 4 men-at-arms. I have no other military. If he would have counterattacked here, like, people to stable behind this area right here, he could have sent scouts. Like, I would really... Yeah, I have the barracks, but I don't actively have any pikemen. If he still had some scouts or anything that's got mobility, he'd be able to at least see what's going on. But a good scout push here to push me back out, because all I have are tower. Like, all he's seen is 4 men-at-arms, and then the vills, which are somewhere. I don't remember where those went to. Or they might have died. I don't really remember. Where... No, they haven't died. Oh yeah, they're building another tower. I'm blind. And then I'm gonna build a stable. Because if you've got them, like, they can't really wall here. If you're committing to, like, I've already committed so much to this tower push. I've taken a huge hit on stone. Like, a castle's probably not gonna happen without some serious investment into another stone source. Specifically because I put so much effort into these towers. So, scouts, or I guess light cav if I get into castle I can grab light cav, and just harassing villagers, because at this point I need to make sure his economy sucks worse than mine. Which is not going to be super easy because he's essentially moved his whole eco to the other side of the base. So I start trying to push towers up to cover this side. Though I don't know about the full wall. Like, my assumption is that he's probably done something like in this area, like done something to move his eco away from the tower push. Because no other force has come through. There's not been any other aggression besides these 4 men-at-arms and my towers. And he still does not, he doesn't know about the stable. Like, he knows about all the towers because they're shooting at him. He doesn't know about the stable, so he has no idea about these scouts. And then I'm going to kill his market because I can. He's counter-towering. This is a good thing to do. And now I could throw these men-at-arms in the tower, which I think, yeah, I'm going to do that, because then I will just win the fight against the tower as long as he doesn't repair it. I'm in a vill lead now. I have 6 vills. Now, idle TC time, he's a little higher, but considering he's been spending a lot of time just making sure I'm not completely obliterating him, that's fair. This tower is going to go down. He is building a second watchtower just to make sure this dies. But I believe the market will probably be safe as well. The towers don't do a whole lot of damage. Still just got 2 scouts down here. Oh, and there's a scout fight. These scouts will most likely die. Yep, they're going to die to the spearmen. especially with the secondary scout, which I'm fine with. Like I'm up to 12 food. I'm working on getting the castle. Like I'm building another full work, getting more vills. Well, I should be getting more vills, but I'm not. Look at that! Look at that idle TC time. Isn't that beautiful? But I did this because I don't really need the farms to be completed. I just need them to be built. And then obviously I sold a bunch of food for some wood, or sorry, sold a bunch of wood for some gold, and then I bought bought food for gold. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words today. So I could get in the castle, because in my mind, because like I know he's walled in, but clearly like he thinks he can win this. At least in my mind, like if you're doing this, you know. Like, there's a plan here. You're not just gonna chill here, because he's still got no, like, I'm expecting a push or something. Like, he's got to have a plan here to push me out. So I'm just trying to keep this tower alive, because I've accepted that the castle drop's not gonna happen. And then obviously to hide the bills, I've got a little lumber camp back here just because it keeps them busy while keeping them. It gains me more than them sitting in the tower would, because I'd rather have the resources. Because if the tower push fails, like I've got a good amount of resources to back this up. He's buying a lot of food. Oh, he used all of his food, or all of his gold to buy food. He's only got 3 on gold, which is in the front of the base, which I don't know about. But he needed, even if he just massed a bunch of trash, he needs. Oh. My lumberjack. Oh, that's right. He sent a scout raid in. A sneaky scout raid. Got more scouts. See, this is great. I love this. This actually threw me for a second. I'm a noob, so I use Town Bell. And then automatically pop out 2 spearmen. Because there's a good bet that I'm ahead in bills. So losing 1 or 2 isn't going to be a big break. Or a deal breaker for me, because I know that for the most part a good chunk of him is here. Should really build some more scouts, but this is distracting me. Brought some scouts back home just to help clean this up, and him gonna be trying to kill some vills, which probably is not. Oh, I think he's gonna get this one. Nope, not quite. Oh, maybe. Yeah, you got her. All right. He's got 2 bills so far. I've killed 11, and then that's it. That's when he realized it was done. It was right as I got up to right about the time I got Castle Age. I really like this strat. I understand it's really annoying to play against, because part of the reason I've started doing it is I've come across it, and it's kind of difficult to push towers out, especially early on. Honestly, I liked my opponent, the initial response, counter-towering here, pulling the vills back to the other side. That was great. I feel like if he had tried to prevent, like, he had more military, like, he had more military, or roughly about the same military, and if he would have popped some trash out, he could probably have at least pushed my men-at-arms off, maybe not have denied the second tower, because I think that probably still would have gone up, because it would have taken him a second to get the spearmen. But if you'd managed to either kill or push my men-at-arms out from the tower, he probably would have been able to kill my vills, which would have prevented all of this. Which is honestly my biggest recommendation. Like, even if you got to pull vills to do it, the vills that push you for a tower push, if they are still near your base, you really got to kill them, because it allows for proxying is the problem. Because like if this tower rush doesn't work, then I can, like, I know he's here and I'm over here, so all of this is open. Hilly, yes, with open. So I could have pulled the vills back to say, like, back here, throwing down like a stable, like I did down here, and instead of having to worry about putting towers, just build a couple stables, pop out a bunch of scouts, and then rush his eco down, which he could defend against, especially if he finishes the wall this side. But if you kill the vills, you don't have to worry about that. Especially since, sure, let's look at their idle time. So they were only idle about 9% or 10% of the time, which isn't bad. But they spent a good 22% 0.5% of their life building, and a good 30% moving. So that's a crap ton of time that's not gathering resources. However, with 11 bill kills and the denying of like this entire side of the base, I would say they more than paid for themselves. And on my side, farms, build farms. Honestly, like I know that was one of the biggest mess ups I did. Got to remember to pump out them bills, but tons of farms is the polls. Like it just makes everything so much easier. I mean, even besides trying to get into the ages, like just having the farms available to pump out scouts, or if you go up into like having hussars, really makes the difference. Because yeah, like if this tower rush fails and he can't, but he still can't get the wall finished, I can flood with cav really quickly. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you have any suggestions, feel free to comment, and I'll see you all next time.